Hello, welcome back to the Road to Episode 8, my ongoing series where I chart the road to the release of Star Wars Episode 8 in December 2017. It's been a long time. It's been about 6 weeks since the last video. There's a lot to catch up on. Nothing monumental except for one thing which we'll be talking about momentarily. But there's still a lot of tidbits and stuff to talk about, and this series always covers the monumental news and the smaller, more interesting news at times as well. So, Rogue One, the trailer. The second trailer dropped in August. A long time ago now, and I did a reaction video. It wasn't that good, but I did one, and I imported it onto my laptop, and it was corrupt. So that kind of stopped me in my tracks, and so that's why I haven't really done another Road to Episode 8 video. I'm also very busy, but I want to get back to this. I want to keep this thing going. I want to keep charting the news and everything like that I find worthy of talking about anyway. So the trailer, the second trailer for Rogue One, is a great trailer. I just rewatched it just to keep it fresh in my mind. It's a really good trailer. I felt like the wind was let out of my sails a little bit when we had Celebration a few weeks earlier, where they were like, okay, now we're going to show you something really special, and then they cut away, and they showed just the crowd of this new trailer with Darth Vader and stuff, and it kind of annoyed a lot of people. It didn't annoy me that much, but I was disappointed by it. So when we finally got the new trailer, I was like, oh, and Darth Vader, yeah, but we've kind of seen the little fan cam version, so it was, it kind of had lessened the impact somewhat, but still a great trailer. Rogue One continues to look like it's going to be a really good film. I'm not worried about the fact that they've done a lot of reshoots, and there's more to talk about with Rogue One moving forward in the next few videos as well. But the trailer, I love the music, I don't know whether I was feeling a little bit like, the music kind of came in and it was the da 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 da, and I was thinking, oh, should they just leave that to the episodes? Maybe I'm getting too precious over the music, but I was thinking, it'd be cool to. I suppose they haven't done the score yet, and we'll be talking about that in the next video. But I mean, I'd like to see them veer off a little bit and maybe not kind of lean on those themes as a crutch. I suppose with the trailers, anything's fair game, and it's very Star Wars-esque, and so it kind of hooks people into the feeling that this is a Star Wars film. But when they piped in that classic theme that we kind of heard a little bit in the Episode 7 trailers, I was like, I kind of liked it when they did little different things, and I liked the kind of the creepier versions that they were doing in the first Rogue One trailer, like just different ways of doing it. If you're going to use the same themes, but. I thought the music was great, and it just looked, I mean, the effects look really, really good. There's some great, like, big money shots in the trailer, like a shot where the Chinese guy is firing off this rocket and it hits this AT-ST not AT-ST, AT-AT, or AT-AT, the big debate. Hits an AT-AT in the head and it kind of reacts and stuff, and it's really, really, really cool shot. I like what we saw from Alan Tudyk's character, K2 something, the robot, and I'm really intrigued by his character, this Imperial robot who is on the Rebel team in the Rogue One story plot, whatever you want to call it. And I'm interested to see whether he actually went over to the Rebel side, or whether they captured him and reprogrammed him. He seems like he's going to be a bit of a funny character, 97% probability of failure, he means well. That felt like a very Star Wars kind of joke to me, so. It seems like it's not going to be super dark and super just dour the whole time. We're going to get some gags. We're going to get some kind of typical Star Wars moments of light humor at times to kind of break up some of the, because it's going to be a lot of these guys are going to die in the film. I mean, we've already confirmed one of them, right? But it's not going to end really well for the guys who are trying to get the plans for the Death Star. What else can I say about the trailer, really? I think that the shot of Jyn Erso, Felicity Jones's character, kind of walking across that gangway, and the TIE fighter comes up, I mean, that's like a hero shot of your dreams, it's a really, really cool shot. So I'm hoping that the film delivers, not just on the cool shots, but with a good story, and with good characters, which is what Star Wars is so great at, is putting great characters and a great story into this mythology that George Lucas has created. So. That's my thoughts on the trailer, briefly, in a nutshell. Very, very good trailer. A couple of the cool things, the kind of Death Star, like eclipse, cool things like that. And, of course, we saw Darth Vader at the end, which is very cool and quite thrilling. And it's exciting to know that we're going to see Darth Vader in a movie, a Star Wars movie, that is set during the original trilogy period. Not like the early Darth Vader, like the first stages in Episode 3 that we saw like 10 years ago. This is going to be us seeing original Darth Vader. I am worried about how he's going to sound. James Earl Jones is very old now, but it's still quite exciting, and the film is, you know, 3 months away now. It's getting closer. It's really feeling like it's starting to become an attainable film. I'm going to watch that in a matter of weeks now. You know, it's getting really, really exciting. I know that I'm going to be able to get to see it, I think, on the 14th now. So I should probably update the intro to the video to say on the 14th of December. I don't know where it comes out in the rest of the world, but here in Norway it comes out on the 14th of December, which is the day before I leave to go back home for Christmas. So I'm actually going to get to see the new Star Wars film here first, which is almost a little disappointing because I really like the idea of going home for Christmas and getting a Star Wars film every year, but it'll be cool to see it with my fiancée Connie because we didn't get to see The Force Awakens together in the cinema. So that'll be cool to share that experience with her, and we'll definitely be going on the opening day, unless they change it. Right now it's listed in our local cinema as the 14th of December. Episode 8 stuff. I can't remember for the life of me if I mentioned that they finished shooting at the end of July, but they have. There you go, there's that. In I think the second week of August, Rian Johnson made an Instagram post saying that they just started post-production on Episode 8. There have now been reports and kind of semi-confirmations that they've been doing additional shooting. Carrie Fisher cut an appearance short at New York Comic Con, I believe, to film some stuff recently. Also Lupita Nyong'o, who, like, since the beginning of September has said that she hasn't even done anything for Episode 8 yet. Of course, she plays Maz Kanata in Episode 7 and is going to reprise that role in Episode 8, but a few days ago she then confirmed that she has now filmed her role. So she did it at some point in September, apparently, unless the timings are just weird with the interviews that she gave. So that's done. And also, apparently they might be going back to, or they already have gone back to Ireland and to Croatia to do more additional shooting. These could be very minor things, I don't know, but and there's my phone going off, and I'll keep that in. I'll put my phone on silent before I continue. But yeah, so it's cool to see that it's coming together now, and that the film is pretty much, for all intents and purposes, done. They just need to finish it now. They need to put all the added touches and the edit, the music, which we'll get to in the next video, and all that kind of good stuff. Another little tidbit I'll throw in there for you is Rogue One related. A lot of people are still wondering who is that mysterious hooded character in the first Rogue One trailer. Well, you know, people think maybe it's Vader, but then Vader doesn't wear a hood like that because he's got the helmet. Is it the Emperor? Well, we can now confirm, maybe, that the Emperor is not in the film. Because Ian McDiarmid, who plays the Emperor in episodes 6, 1, 2 and 3, and I guess retroactively 5 in the DVD and Blu-ray versions of The Empire Strikes Back, he said that he's not in it. He's not in the film, but he knows that Vader is in the film. They could have recast the Emperor, but it seems unlikely they're going to put him in there, and I think it would be a mistake too, because this isn't a film about the Emperor, this isn't a film about Vader. It's about the rebels, it's about this story, this mission to get these plans to help the rebellion and to move into Episode 4. So I don't think they should lean on Vader too much, and I don't think Emperor should make an appearance. Even though it'd be cool to get McDiarmid back, you know, I just think it would be too much of kind of fan service, and so it seems like they're not doing that, and I'm glad. And another Episode 8 little tidbit as well, Mark Hamill has now kind of shaved his beard down and has said that, you know, he hasn't been able to feel his chin since, I don't know, last year or whatever, and he said bye-bye beard until Episode 9. So Mark Hamill will definitely 100% be back for Episode 9. I don't think that's a spoiler because, you know, for me, I still think there's a high possibility that Luke could die in Episode 8 and we could see him return as a Force Ghost in Episode 9. So with him, you know, knowing the history and knowing what we've seen in the original trilogy, especially with, not Ewan McGregor, I was going to say Ewan McGregor, with Alec Guinness, you know, coming back in Episode 5 and 6. You know, anything's possible when it comes to a Jedi who dies in a Star Wars universe. But he will be back for 9. We know that Carrie Fisher will be back for 9. That's very good to hear, to know that that those two are going to be in the entirety of the sequel trilogy, no matter how small their roles may be, especially when it comes to Mark Hamill in Episode 7. So that's it for now. There's more to talk about in the next one, so I hope you join me for that. Sorry it's taken a while for me to get back to this series. Things have been very busy, hectic, crazy right now, but I'm glad to get back talking about Star Wars and the things that I love about the anticipation building towards these films. So thank you for watching. Leave your comments on everything I talked about down below, and I'll see you in the next video.